This may seem like the dumbest load, but I'm going to do it because it's basically a boat ride the entire trip, and I make a bunch of money because, I've got those other workers. Oh, I can't turn right there. What am I doing? I got those workers working, for my company. I don't know why I swung so wide. And, ooh, I was looking at my map. Okay, cool. Got those workers working for my company, so it's not going to be a problem. They're just going to work while I'm on the boat, technically working, and I'm going to make some money in between the time. So that's cool. So anyway, in the last week, I was talking about the new alarm system I was looking at. It's the DSC Alexor. I think that's what it's called. It might be something else. I don't remember. But it's a pretty decent system. It does what it's supposed to do. And that's something about DSC systems that I really like. I think they're really professional like. They do what they're supposed to do. Let's just say that. They're sophisticated. Whenever you open the door, it beeps and it doesn't go crazy, and you can program it exactly how you want it to work, which I'm sure you can do that with almost any alarm, but I know DSC well, and I know like how it works well, and so it just seems like a better idea for me to, what? You want me to get right back off the exit? What was the point? It just seems like I know better how to make it do what I want it to do. So that's kind of what I'm looking at this point. I think it's a $300 system, and you can get the cellular backup through you like a GSM cellular thing. It's like an extra $100. You can get a bundle with it all built in it. Cellular backup built in it, and it's like 400. So, I mean, it's basically the same thing. You're getting the same thing either way. Buying it separate or buying it built in, same price, same thing. So, I might explore the possibility. I'm not real sure how I want to monitor it yet. Because monitoring is kind of half the purpose of getting an alarm. You have to get it monitored because it really doesn't serve a purpose if you don't. It sort of defeats the purpose if you don't. We've used, with our Simon, we used Protect America. They were a new company startup, and they had really cheap rates. And for the most part, they did what they were supposed to do. But I felt a lack of professionalism with them. I felt a lack of technology with them. They weren't set up at the time to do motion or fire sensors or like carbon monoxide sensors. That's sort of important to me. I do use the Nest now, and that's kind of my own deal. But it's kind of nice to have at least one fire sensor built into the alarm because, in the rare occasion that a fire has started and my internet doesn't work or the power's out or something, and I don't get alerted by the Nest, it would be nice to have an alarm that will, using a cellular backup, notify the alarm company and then they, take proper action. That would be, it'd be nice to have that extra level of it's going to work, Is it required? No. If it costs a lot, am I going to do it? Absolutely not. But, it's just sort of a backup. It's nice to have. So, I don't know what they're capable of doing at this point at Protect America, but my thing is, ADT is like the biggest security provider in the world, and they're probably the most well-known or widely known. I still have ADT yard sign from where we last had service, and it just looks more professional. It's got that sense of, proper security about it, and they don't have a problem with you, buying your own hardware and installing it yourself, and they monitoring it. They don't have a problem with that. So that just seems like an easier solution to me now. $30 a month might be a little bit too insane, but I don't know yet. Haven't really decided. I haven't decided what I want to do yet. It's either It's either do ADT and pay the $30 a month, which is a little overboard, or there's a new company that I've heard. I don't remember the name, but they're like $8 a month. I would imagine they're probably not as good as ADT. I mean, what more could you do? You know, you monitor the alarm, you call the homeowner if something goes wrong, you call the police, fire department, medical, whatever's needed in that particular situation. There's not a whole lot you could get wrong there unless you don't staff your call center 24/7, but in that case I wouldn't use you anyway. So I mean, you know, there's not a whole lot that they could do wrong. And if I'm maintaining my own system and making sure that my own cellular backup works and all that, then I shouldn't have to worry about what they do because all they got to do is run a call center. So it may be worth a try. That's something I've got to learn though, because I do want to do cellular backup with it this time. I have the setup to run it at home through a VoIP line. I don't really want to do that because my VoIP line is not on a battery backup. So should the power go out, that wouldn't work. The alarm has the ability to work over the internet, but once again, with the power out, the internet doesn't work. So I'm leaning toward a GSM cellular backup running on AT&T's towers. They have pretty decent coverage here, enough to get the call out. That's all it needs to go through. Well, it's more like a data call, but you know what I'm saying. 3G, which isn't fast, but you don't need fast with an alarm. You just need working, and because it's not like we're trying to download 100 videos at once. We're just trying to send out a signal. That's all. I don't really know how to maintain an alarm like that. I think AT&T probably has a package that would handle that. Maybe you have to do it through the alarm company. I really don't know. I don't know the specifics of how that works. Where's my thing? Is it down there? Did I hit that sign? You guys, you made me hit that sign. I don't know how that works. Maybe I have to get service through the provider. I'm going the wrong way. I just realized that. Cool. Maybe I don't. We'll find out. But I'd really like it if I could self-maintain it, because it's kind of like, think of it as a like RepoNut, as a repossession agent. He relies a lot on GPS devices to find the cars that he's trying to get and, you know, pick up and all that. Well, someone has to pay the bill on those GPS devices, and he wouldn't make any money if he did. If he kept up the bill on his own GPS devices, he would be paying out more per month than it'd be worth. So he relies on the banks to pay their bills to keep the GPS devices active so that he can locate them when needed. And so if the bank didn't hold up their end of the deal, he wouldn't be able to use a GPS. Now, that doesn't mean that he couldn't do his job. It just means that it would make it a little bit harder on him. In my case, if my alarm company, which I only pay $8 a month to, did not maintain my cellular backup, it would mean my alarm would not work, because I wouldn't have the option of you know, another line to use. So yeah, want to maintain it myself, but it's all just ideas for another day, not today. Although technically I probably could afford it, but you know, I like to have a little bit of, I don't like to spend everything I've got all at once. I like to have a little bit of money in my pocket to just say, you know, I'm not completely broke when I go do something like that. Because if I do find out how to maintain my own cellular backup, then obviously I've got to pay for service now. So that was a really short trip, but I am going to call it here because I'm done with this game for today. I've played enough. So I'm going to jump off, and I will see you guys, and I'm getting a phone call. Let me finish parking first. Jeez. Phone. Oh wow, I did that totally wrong. Let's try this again. Whoa. This is one of them trailers, it's hard to back. It must be short, because only the short ones do this. They're extremely hard to get backed into the dock. Hopefully it'll take it here. Yeah, oh. Pull back up. Yeah. Alright, see you guys later.